I'm back with another album reaction. Okay, they're not going anywhere. I love doing them. And today I have one of the biggest album releases of the year. I'm going to be reacting to Kendrick Lamar's GNX. It's been absolutely ginormous in 2024. And as the year is coming to a close and I am making my end of year lists, I figured I need to listen to this one if my lists are going to be credible. I'm here to do that right now. I'm reacting to GNX. It's 44 minutes, 12 tracks. So yeah, no more stalling. Let's get into the first track, Whacked Out Murals.
Yeah, nigga, going up your rank. No, you
okay.
God, even call me crazy, everybody questionable. Turn me to an Eskimo. I drew the line and decimal.
I like how the progression of the production is happening. It started off very bare bones, and the percussion is becoming more complicated as the song goes on. There's still 3 minutes to see where that ends up as well.
Moving on some scary shit. Tell them quit their job and pay the real niggas they severance. Don't insult
okay. Very interesting start. I don't think Kendrick has ever started an album in this style. It was very provocative way to open the album. And from what I gathered from the lyrical content, first of all, sorry, I liked the song. It was good. What I noticed from the lyrical content, it seems like he's almost criticizing people in the industry, testing their loyalty, saying things. Obviously, he came out of the beef with Drake. This is after his beef with Drake. And he's talking about how he lost friends and people have to choose their sides. And basically, they're only behind Kendrick because it's the most beneficial for them in the moment. As soon as there was controversy surrounding him, all of a sudden, these people are gone. Fake loyal, as he says here. I think it's an interesting concept, and he's not holding anything back in this first song. He's coming right out and saying all of it, which I think is a punchy way to start your album. I do think by the end of the song, it was pretty exciting, but compared to some of his other intro tracks, this one felt a little more stagnant. The beat didn't go a ton of different places after like the 3rd minute. It progressed to that point, and then it was much more writing focused, which is fine. Yeah, but it's not as mind-blowing as, say, like a Wesley's Theory or a United in Grief. Oh, I heard this on TikTok. His inflections are cool there.
Where are you from? My bitch.
Okay.
I'm feeling squabble up.
Squabble up.
Squabble up.
That one was really good. I liked that song a lot. I think it felt more comfortable for Kendrick almost, because this song was very provocative, in your face, confrontational. And this song felt more like it's like casual fun. His flow was amplified by those production hits, which I think made the beat hit harder. So I liked that one. It's a good banger. It's kind of reminds me of how like N95 was that second track on Mr. Morale. Like, you need that banger to keep the more casual fans invested in the album. And I think that song does a good job of doing that. Okay. Strings? Ugh. Yo, good hook. I like how they both came in there. They both gave us little splashes of their contributions, and then this is where that synergy comes into play. That is, just listen to those vocals. They have a nice cohesion to them. Dude, that's another cool part. There, Kendrick slotting in these ad libs. Like, I don't know. I do appreciate when a featured artist is more than just, oh yeah, you threw a verse on the song. Like they're actively both contributing throughout the entirety of the track. If it was up to me, okay. I love the strings. I hope there's more of this. Fire song. That was great. I basically shared all my thoughts already. It's no wonder this is the most popular on the album. Just the vibe of the song and the way both artists slotted in and had that cohesion with each other. It was exciting. It felt comfortable. And yeah, I could definitely loop that one if I wanted to. That was a great track. I loved the strings. I really hope we get more strings on this album, because that was my favorite production moment so far.
I deserve it. Oh.
Okay.
I did it with integrity and niggas still try hate on me. Just wait and see.
Really good build.
Just know the lames can speak on the origins of the game I breathe. That's
yo.
It's important.
Okay. That song was interesting. I think this song was Kendrick battling his ego. He's saying, like, as far as I can tell, that he's put a ton of work and effort in, and he's achieved some truly great things, and he thinks for all that effort, he deserves it all. And it's not clear immediately what it all means near the beginning, but by the end, he talks about the GOAT title. Kendrick is almost saying, look at everything I have done. Look at what I've accomplished and where I'm at. Why can't I be the greatest of all time yet at this stage in my career? That's my interpretation. It could be the opposite. It could be his ego saying, yo, listen, I know you think you're all of that, but at the end of the day, I'm just another person. But that's not what I gathered. So I could see that interpretation maybe, but I think Kendrick is clearly laying out a case within his album of why he wants to be considered the GOAT. So I thought it was an interesting introspective song, and it concludes really nicely. The conclusion of that song, it has this pretty nice build into this final line. So I thought it was really good.
1,000, 1,004. The black Noah, I just strangled me a goat. Yeah, gar strings back to back flying through the terminal.
Okay, here we go.
Lunch, craft services.
Mighty mom trying to tag a nigga toe. I'm aggressive on the beat and real life, niggas know. Hey, I need a call to get your chin check. Tell him Dodie did that.
Okay. I still liked that one. It was good. I think I didn't really like Dodie's contributions on that song. I think his verse started really weak. They were trying to do the trading parts cohesion type thing. Then his verse ends off the song. I just felt like it was kind of weak, especially compared to Kendrick's performance. Okay, to be fair, even outside of Dodie's contributions, which I wasn't crazy about, I don't think Kendrick said a ton of substance on this song. It was nice and fun. I do think, similar to Squabble Up, the production hits matched his delivery. And that might be part of why I wasn't as crazy about Dodie's part, is because I feel like the beat was curated to Kendrick, and then when we moved into Dodie's part, it felt a little off. But regardless, that one's my least favorite so far. I still think it's a good song. I liked it. This is a really good album so far. I should be transparent there. I do think that one's the weakest I've heard. Okay, we got Keys.
Let's take it back to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out the house because I wouldn't listen to the sunset.
This is really good.
In the world with my guitar up on my hip, attractive, reincarnated.
Yo, that was some powerful songwriting right there. Okay, so I think I get the gist of the concept of this song, because looking at this first line, it appears that Kendrick is going to tell from his perspective what it was like living as other people in different eras, being reincarnated, kind of learning from each of these different lifetimes. I talked about it in my last album reaction with the song Hey Jane, but that ability to world build by storytelling through the lens of another character's eyes on an album is just incredibly impressive to me. And this is another song. It seems like there's going to be okay, I spoiled myself. It looks like there's 3 characters in this song, and the first one was incredibly compelling. So let's see where he goes next. Also, I love the piano. It's fantastic.
Sanity, self-indulge, discipline never been my sentiments. I needed drugs. To me and 8-ball was me. I died with syringes pinched in me. Reincarnated.
Bro.
Present life is Kendrick Lamar. A rapper looking at the lyrics to keep you in awe. The holy
Yo, the production switch. You guys hear that? That is amazing.
My present life is Kendrick Lamar. A rapper looking at the lyrics to keep you down. But your pride has to die. Okay, Father, show me how. Tell me every deed that you done and what you did.
I was wrong. There's 4 characters, guys. His dad has entered the mix. That is crazy. Also, this is the best part of the song so far, which makes sense. It is him. He's talking from his perspective, but you're not losing those other lenses. You still get the eye of his father here, which is really well done.
People keeping their thoughts in captivity. And I'm ashamed that I ever created that.
Bro!
Let's rejoice where we at.
Amazing song. I think I'll do it. I think I'll throw it in the 10 playlist. That songwriting is just so spectacular. Again, the way he confronted the different lenses on the first half with those characters that then established why Kendrick was behaving the way he was in the present. And you also got some pushback from his dad that he is writing himself. He's writing pushback from his dad's perspective to himself about how he's acted. Yeah, I mean, it was immaculately produced as well. It wasn't like a boring song production-wise. It just was that heavy-hitting lyrically. Yeah, that was fantastic. Absolutely one of my favorite songs of this year. So that will definitely end up in my year-end list. All right, TV Off. I think, yeah, this is one of the other biggest songs. I've seen people on Twitter talk about this song a lot, so I'm curious to see what the deal is.
It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that I hate a nigga hating on them niggas and they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Not enough.
Okay, beat switch. First beat was great. Okay, so as much as I tried to avoid stuff on this album, this was unavoidable. Even my brothers were saying this, so like, yeah, it's a cool moment though, I can't lie. Love the beat here. Good work, Mustard. Yeah, that song was good. It lived up to the hype. It was very fun. It's a very fun song compared to Reincarnated. It follows up Reincarnated, I think, because the album shouldn't be as heavy as Mr. Morale. I don't think that's Kendrick's intentions with this album, and this is a good way to diffuse after such an intense and heavy song. The beat switch was fantastic. I think both beats were great. It's like kind of reminiscent of something like something like Maad City, where you have that first beat and that second beat. I do think that song is better. I don't think anyone's making an argument for TV Off being better, but it follows a similar song structure to Maad City. And yeah, it was exciting. It was very fun, and I enjoyed listening to it. So yeah, another highlight so far. A lot of features on this song.
Don't say you hate LA, but live in LA and pretend. My neck on Tarantino. On me, don't die trying and shit.
Okay. The backing vocals are providing a lot here. Yo. That was a great little song. Very short, but it didn't overstay its welcome. It was very compact. And yeah, I like how it was presented. All the features kind of blended in. Everyone contributed in a way that felt like it helped the song. And it was just a nice song. Really good beat. I get it, bro. Yo, I really liked that beat. Beat was great. AZ, I think he called himself. He performed. That was good from him. Song is very repetitive, so I don't know how much meaning I can derive from it, but it wasn't necessarily important to my enjoyment. I enjoyed it because of how good it sounded, not necessarily because it was some heady Kendrick banger. So I thought the song was good. It's another shorter one, so. Yo. Yeah.
Thing of ours we call TDE. I watch him take some penitentiary chances, to say the least.
This hook is amazing.
As time flies, I'm carrying debates of a top
Nice.
five. Burying my eye, how to conduct differences with a healthy conversation.
Nice.
If that's your family, then
That song was really good. I think Part 6 lived up. Last edition was Part 5. Part 5 was excellent. I think that this song kind of threw away the ego. It's looking at, you know, the people. He's dropping names of people that helped him get all the opportunities he got and the position he's in. And he even gives advice on the back end of the track to people who are looking to make it or younger people who look up to him. And I think all of that was done expertly, as Kendrick always does. Yeah, I really liked Heart Part 6. That's probably behind Reincarnated for like second favorite. I really liked that song. I think the message he's trying to put out with that song is really good. What the?
tell him Kendrick did it. Like,
How is he rapping on this? Do you guys, what is this time signature, man? I don't know what's happening.
Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz? Celebeso did. Who put the West back in front of shit?
From the caravan, I know killers who was catching bodies in our one phase.
Song is really weird. So obviously the time signature of the beat is peculiar, and I'm kind of just going along with the flow. The flow has more rhythm than the actual beat does. I feel like Kendrick has been invisible on this one so far. And I also feel like the beat is very stagnant. It's not really changing, which if this little off-kilter rhythm thing was used to introduce the beat and then the beat came in really hard, which I guess could still happen, I think I'd enjoy it a lot more. At the moment, this one is not resonating with me nearly as much as the other songs.
Build shit, get down with the pliers, been coming back.
It's still not Kendrick?
With some rock.
Where is he, man? I know he was singing on the hook or whatever, but he's invisible on this song. That can't be it. Is that the least streamed? It is. Well, I can see why, because this is a Kendrick album and he was barely on the song. It was still okay. I didn't hate it. It just, he's part of the charm of the album, and he wasn't really there. He didn't have a large influence on the track. And I can respect, after a song where he's encouraging people who are trying to come up and evolve, I can understand why he would next in the track list have a song with three different artists that I'm going to guess aren't that big. Yeah, that guy has 100K monthly. That guy has 50K monthly. So thematically within the track list, it makes sense. I can understand what Kendrick is going for, placing that song after Heart Part 6. However, I think Kendrick is popular for a reason, and he was barely present on the second to last track on his album. So it is by far the weakest so far.
1,000 mistakes, but never deal with like chemistry. Wrapping my hand right.
Nice.
Said you go block me, I said fuck you.
Nigga, what? I gave you life.
No. We cannot have We Cry Together in the middle of the song, bro. Let's calm down on the art. I'm sure we can resolve this. SZA's so good, man.
Even when it's tragic, so jealous. Hated when I hit the club to get some
Gloria, I wanna take you to euphoria.
All right, that was amazing too. Splendid little song. I think it works really well as an album closer. I will be completely transparent here. For most of the song, I could not tell if he was talking to a romantic interest or like a family role model. And that's probably just me not paying enough attention. But it could also be like kind of blurring the lines a little bit. Like this person had a ton of influence on Kendrick growing up. There were some crazy one-liners and reveals in the writing. Yeah, remember when you caught that body and still wiggled through that sentence? That one was a jaw-dropping moment. It's another one of the best songs on the album for sure. SZA killed it. SZA on 2 songs here. Kendrick knows talent when he sees it, okay? SZA is fantastic. Amazing vocalist. Yeah, that's my thoughts on GNX. 84 average. That's pretty high. And that's right about what I want to give it, if I'm being honest. I think I'm going to go 85. That's my gut right now. I might change it by the time I upload the video. Sometimes when I re-listen to stuff, in between recording and editing, I make changes there. It was really, really good album. I think that there were some fantastic highlights. Reincarnated, Gloria, Heart Part 6 were probably my top 3 really notable standouts. And at least one of those songs will definitely make my end of year list. GNX, a notably weaker song. And Whacked Out Murals was solid. I think it took a little too long to become really interesting. I don't agree with the people that said that this album is supposed to be more just fun and lighthearted from Kendrick. He starts the album with Whacked Out Murals, which is immediately being confrontational to the people who have wronged him and the people who were doubting him over the last year. And so I don't know how you can really call that like fun and lighthearted. But there were some fun bangers. There were songs like Squabble Up. There were songs like TV Off that were more just fun bangers, kind of like an N95 from Mr. Morale. I don't think this is one of Kendrick's best. We're talking about Kendrick Lamar here, okay? He has one of the best discographies ever. I don't think it's insane to say I think this is weaker than at least these 3. This is, what did I give this? I got 84? Yeah, so I think it's right around Mr. Morale. It's, I really liked the album. I thought it was really solid. It's probably right around my number 10 spot. We'll see when I finally get to all that. But yeah, it was really good. If you haven't listened to it, I do think, like Album of the Year says here, it's a must-hear album. I do think it's worth checking out. So, yeah, do that. That's my reaction to GNX by Kendrick Lamar. I hope you enjoyed. I sure enjoyed the album. If you want to see more videos from me, click on my left or right. Please make sure to follow all my social links, including my Album of the Year account. Subscribe so you get more album reactions like this. And yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you that watches all these videos. It means a lot to me. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.